There's so many victims, and it's not, the victims of this are not, they're not high risk citizens. They're, you know, your brothers, your daughters, your mother. This affects so many people.
Ashton has been using his celebrity platform to advocate for, but now you're telling me that his wife just moved out because of things that are about to unfold with the Diddy case.
Diddy party stories, man. That was like some weird memory lane. Ugh.
Christina Ricci just dropped some shocking hints about Ashton Kutcher, and it's starting to shake Hollywood. Is Ashton hiding more than just his celebrity persona? And how does this all tie into Diddy's recent controversies?
Diddy party stories, they're our favorite genre of anecdote, if you
really?
have one, yeah.
Wow, okay, I've got a lot I can't tell. So, can't tell that one either.
Christina Ricci just revealed some shocking information about Ashton Kutcher, and it's beginning to rock Hollywood. Is Ashton concealing more than just his public persona? How does this relate to Diddy's recent scandals? Diddy party stories are our favorite kind of anecdote, if you have one. Wow, what is Rai really implying? Could Ashton's immaculate image be concealing darker truths? My day job is chairman and co-founder of Thorn, a software company that fights allegations about Wild. Ashton Kutcher, the Hollywood nice guy and philanthropist, is at the center of swirling rumors. Thanks to Christina Ricci in a recent interview, Ricci hinted at dark secrets involving Kutcher, and people are starting to wonder what's really going on. Secretive tapes and Hollywood's hidden connections are circling quickly. Is Ashton going to be dragged into Diddy's world of controversy? And sources are now doubting how strong their relationship is. Kashtan's relationship with Diddy threatens his carefully constructed public image. More importantly, what did Christina Ricci mean when she said there's a lot more she can't reveal? Let's get into it. Last year, Ashton and Mila were embroiled in controversy, and it was all because of some resurfaced videos like these. She's one of the girls who were all waiting to turn 18, and it seems that the Cutler faced backlash because they supported Danny. A jury found Danny Masterson guilty on 2 counts of rape back in May after the actress's vocal support for the accused, Christina Ricci, bravely called them out, causing a cascade of revelations about their own past. The 43-year-old star of the Addams Family shared her thoughts on Instagram, urging everyone to stand by the victims in a stark white outfit. Masterson, who has already faced legal repercussions due to allegations of sexual assault, was recently sentenced to 30 years to life in prison and ordered to register as an offender. Christina wrote, "Unfortunately, I've known lots of awesome guys who were lovely to me, but have been proven to be privately. I've also had personal experience with these believed victims. It's not easy to come forward, it's not easy to get a conviction." Christina continued, "So sometimes people we have loved and admired do horrible things. They might not do these things to us, and we only know who they were to us, but that doesn't mean they didn't do the horrible things." Her words were set against a dramatic black backdrop. And to discredit thee is a crime. People we know as awesome guys can be patriots, and it's difficult to accept, but we have to if we say support victims, women, children, men, boys. Then we must be able to take this stance, the note concluded. Christina Ricci didn't provide a name, but her social media posts, seemingly aimed at Ashton Kutcher and Muniz, the famous couple currently embroiled in controversy, left little room for speculation. In letters dated July and August following his conviction for say in May, Ashton Kutcher and Mila Kunis urged Los Angeles Superior Court Judge Charlene Omo to grant Masterson leniency, citing his unwavering support when you sit with your friends and you know when their sentences are about to end. In a letter obtained by The Hollywood Reporter, Kutcher described his co-star as a role model with exceptional character and explained that Masterson was the Your Place or Mine star. Wrote in her letter that Masterson had been an amazing older brother figure to her, and she also highlighted his avoidance of substances, which inspired her to stay away from them. "This is why Kutcher avoided situations where we were to meet or interact with someone who was on, or did use drugs. His unwavering commitment to promoting a free lifestyle has been a guiding light in my journey through the entertainment industry and has assisted me." The Friends with Benefits actress went on to say, "Prioritize my well-being and focus on making responsible choices." The married couple's joint video apology, which went viral on the internet on a seductive Saturday afternoon, revealed that the Masterson family had asked them to vouch for their 25-year acquaintance. they said that a few months prior, Danny's family had contacted them and asked them to write character letters to represent the person that we had known for 25 years. The judge could take that into consideration. Kutcher went on to say that they were meant for the judge to read and not to contradict the victim's testimony or re-traumatize them in any way. If that has happened, we would never want to do that, and we're sorry. Critics were quick to take to X to express their displeasure with the lawyered apology. One person described it as more like, "Sorry public, we didn't know that our letter would be read in public, but we still wanted to support our awful friend in court." After all of this criticism, Christina reappeared on Instagram stories to explain that she wasn't specifically referring to the SPILLS, but she did acknowledge that recent events had caused her to reflect more on this. She started the post by telling her 1.6 million followers, "I've been thinking about this in general, as different people's wrongdoings have come to light over the past couple of years, and I too have found it difficult to reconcile the person or people I knew." In the meantime, Ashton's accuser, Chrissy Bixler, took to social media to criticize Kutcher, saying, "Dear Ashton, I know the secrets your role model keeps for you, ones that would end if you did you forget, I was there. With the things they've done," she finished, "but yes, recent events have caused me to think more about this. On February 21st, 2001, the day that Ellerin was taken down, you were on speakerphone that night you called." This is where things get messy. Ashton Kutcher's friendship with Diddy is well known, but the extent of their relationship has come under scrutiny due to Diddy's current legal issues. Rumors have surfaced suggesting that Ashton might have known more than he's letting on about Diddy's activities. On February 21st, 2001, I heard everything I heard in the plan, and I think you're just as sick as your mentor Chrissy posted about Diddy. A recent source even revealed that. Ashton's greatest fear at the moment is that Diddy will turn on him and reveal secrets from Hollywood's inner circle in a last-ditch effort to clear his name. Given what has transpired, an insider told the Daily Mail that he feels deceived, betrayed, taken advantage of, and manipulated. The source added that he feels the same way about Danny Masterson, and that he now only trusts his wife, Mila Kunis, and that he will keep his circle close to his family after being scrutinized by Masterson. According to the Daily Mail, Kutcher is reportedly aware that his connections to Diddy may require him to answer a few questions during his criminal indictment investigations. The insider stated that Kutcher is concerned about the investigation's outcome and believes the rapper would have no trouble lying to prosecutors and naming some of his well-known friends if doing so would allow him to avoid going to jail. Diddy could say anything, do anything, or turn on anyone at this point, the source continued, referring to everyone close to Diddy. The insider revealed that if he is contacted by the authorities, he will be completely cooperative because he has nothing to hide. The source also dispelled any suspicions that the actor may have attended one of Diddy's freakouts, where he allegedly forced and coerced women to engage in intimacy and would frequently record Diddy's party stories. The actor fears that Diddy will fabricate false allegations to clear his own name, but he does not want to get involved because he already knows that his association means he is already. Ashton knows that he dug himself a hole with this one, but never in a million years did he believe that Diddy was actually doing these horrible things. The insider claimed that they had a genuine friendship, but when Ashton and Mila saw the 2016 hotel surveillance footage of him physically assaulting his ex-girlfriend Cassandra Cassie Ventura, they realized that he was a monster. According to the insider, it was like some strange memory. As you can see, many people are unaware that Ashton Kutcher and Diddy have a long history together. He began his career in the 1990s and New York City as P. Diddy, then as Puffy, and finally as Just Love. In 1993, he founded Bad Boy Records, which later became Bad Boy Entertainment, one of the biggest names in the music industry. He didn't just bring any old artists with him, though he brought the notorious Big, also known as Christopher Wallace, and that name alone was making Bad Boy Entertainment some. People keep forgetting that Biggie wasn't 25 yet, he was still 24 when he passed away. However, the thing is that Combs wasn't just making headlines for his music, oh no, he was everywhere, fashion TV shows, you name it. This is where things get interesting though, because he ended up hanging out with another A-lister, Ashton Kutcher. Yes, Diddy and Ashton were close, and our relationship was really strange. At one point, Puffy made millions of dollars a year using Biggie's name. Became friends, and we used to hang out and watch football together. One day he came over, and I said, "I'm going for a run," and he said, "I'm going for a run," and he said, "Oh, I'll go for a run with you." So how did these two connect? It all began with Punk. You remember that MTV prank show? Combs didn't stop there though, because he produced several seasons of Making the Band, where aspiring stars competed to become famous. During this time, Ashton and Diddy were frequently seen together at events, parties, and other gatherings. Here's a fun fact: when Time magazine named Ashton one of the 100 most influential people in 2010, Diddy gushed about him, saying, "Ashton Kutcher is a sounding board for me, like me he's a mogul. A new media mogul, but we're like yin and yang. I'm in your face, and he's all cool and suave cute, you know, those fancy events where everyone wears white, and things probably get wild behind the scenes." The subject of Diddy's infamous parties naturally came up while eating spicy wings, and let's just say Ashton had a lot of stories he couldn't tell. I can't tell that one either, but it's clear that Ashton knew Diddy well. They partied together and hung out at places that are now under scrutiny due to Diddy's arrest. Could this friendship be Ashton's downfall? Rumors suggest that Diddy might have information that could harm several. Ashton has been commended for his work with Thorn, the anti-TF-fucking organization he co-founded, and he has even testified before Congress about the importance of combating child exploitation. "My day job is as the chairman and co-founder of Thorn. We built software to fight in children, but now that his relationships with Diddy are under scrutiny, some are questioning the sincerity of his work." Could Ashton be one of the Hollywood stars and is keeping quiet out of fear, or is there something more he isn't telling us? In order to divert attention from the more problematic parts of his life, Ashton has positioned himself as a decent guy. Critics are questioning how someone so close to Diddy, who has been accused of horrible crimes, can also be a champion against him. Was Ashton's involvement in Thorn a calculated move to protect his reputation? Why did he resign from the organization in September of last year? Diddy party stories are our favorite genre. In a significant move that underscores the complexities of public support and accountability, actor Ashton Kutcher has decided to resign as the chairman of the board for Thorn, a non-profit organization focused on combating child sexual exploitation. This decision follows a wave of outrage stemming from his and his wife Mila Kunis's letters of support for Demi Masterson, who was recently convicted of sexually assaulting 2 women. The backlash against Kutcher and Kunis highlights a broader societal issue regarding the silencing of sexual assault victims, an issue that has persisted for decades. In his resignation letter, Kutcher expressed remorse, acknowledging that his character statements submitted on behalf of Masterson only added to the pain experienced by victims who bravely come forward to share their stories. Kutcher's letter, shared exclusively with Time, reveals his reflection on the situation and the weight of responsibility that comes with his public persona. After spending a few days listening, reflecting, learning, and speaking with survivors, staff, and leadership at Thorn, I've decided that the best course of action for me is to step down as board chairman as soon as possible, he wrote. This statement acknowledges both his judgment error and the broader implications of his actions. By choosing to support someone convicted of such serious offenses, he inadvertently shifted focus away from the vital work that Thorn does and the issues it seeks to address. Kutcher's statement articulates his desire not to let his mistake detract from Thorn's mission. He recognized that his actions could potentially undermine the organization's efforts to support children affected by sexual exploitation. "I can't let my mistake in judgment divert from our efforts and the children we serve," he asserted, underscoring the importance of prioritizing the victims and the mission of the organization over his personal connections. Moreover, he extended his apologies not only to the victims of sexual assault, but also to the advocates and community members who were disappointed by his decision to write a character reference for Masterson. "I sincerely apologize to all the victims of SA and to everyone at Thorn who I hurt by what I did," he stated, demonstrating a sense of accountability that many public figures often fail to embrace. Kutcher's words carry a weight that reflects the ongoing struggle for justice and acknowledgement faced by survivors of sexual assault. His actions serve as a reminder of the need for sensitivity and support for victims, rather than perpetuating a culture that questions their experiences. Kutcher's resignation signifies more than just a personal consequence, it represents a shift in the conversation around accountability in Hollywood and beyond. By stepping down, he emphasizes that the conversation about sexual violence and support for victims must take precedence over personal relationships and past friendships. This moment has prompted a broader reflection on how individuals in positions of influence should navigate their responsibilities towards survivors and the advocacy communities they claim to support. Despite the controversy, Kutcher remains proud of Thorne's achievements over the past decade, which includes significant initiatives aimed at reducing child exploitation. He expressed his intent to continue supporting the organization's mission, indicating that while his role has changed, his commitment to the cause will persist. "I remain proud of what we have accomplished in the past 10 years, and will continue to support Thorne's work," he wrote, suggesting that he is determined to ensure that his future actions align more closely with the values of advocacy and support for survivors. In conclusion, Ashton Kutcher's resignation from Thorne's board serves as a pivotal moment in the discourse surrounding sexual assault, victim advocacy, and public accountability. His decision to step down reflects an awareness of the repercussions of his actions, especially in a landscape where victims have historically been marginalized. By openly acknowledging his mistake and the hurt it caused, Kutcher not only takes responsibility but also contributes to a growing dialogue about the need for sensitivity, support, and understanding in addressing the experiences of survivors. As the conversation continues to evolve, it is crucial that public figures recognize the impact of their words and actions, fostering an environment where victims feel empowered to share their stories without fear of being questioned or invalidated. The timing is suspicious, especially with Diddy's scandal blowing up and Ashton remaining unusually silent. But what's really intriguing here is Mila Kunis's abrupt and suspicious silence about the entire Diddy ordeal for. According to sources close to the couple, Mila is becoming uneasy about Ashton's relationship with Diddy, especially since the FBI is allegedly looking into all of Diddy's associates. This is based on a gossip podcast that discussed Ashton and Mila's split rumors. Could Mila be working with authorities behind the scenes? If so, it makes sense why she has distanced herself from Ashton. She might know something explosive that could put Ashton in serious legal jeopardy after. Her years with him gave her access to his private life. There are even rumors that Mila has been talking to federal investigators and sharing important information that could reveal Ashton's involvement in Diddy's criminal circle. If that is accurate, Ashton's world could be about to fall apart. Diddy has been in the news for weeks, being arrested and imprisoned, and he is now refusing to eat, which could be because he believes someone is attempting to feed rumors that Sean Diddy Combs is refusing to eat in prison because he fears being arrested, taken out, and made to appear as though he committed suicide. Sources close to the matter indicate that Diddy's paranoia is out of control, especially since his testimony could reveal information about some of the most influential figures in the industry. Former inmate Larry Levine has stoked the rumors by saying Diddy may have stopped eating completely out of fear. For some, Diddy's fear can be dismissed, but for others, it's the start of a much bigger story. The timing is what's raising suspicions. Diddy's testimony is coming up soon, and rumors are that it could shake things up. Levine suggests that Diddy has serious secrets on people with high stakes and deep pockets, and they might want him silenced before he can take the stand. The entertainment industry's foundations, his fans are afraid he won't live long enough to share his story. This fear has been heightened by the suspicious deaths of other prominent people who were scheduled to testify before Diddy. To make matters worse for him, the judge recently denied his bail request. This came after Diddy attempted to offer a staggering $50 million and offered his and his mother's multi-million-dollar Miami mansions as collateral. Also, he offered up his passport and the passports of his children, including one who is barely old enough to walk, but the judge wouldn't have it. They said, "Nope, you're staying put," effectively sending the message that Diddy isn't going anywhere anytime soon. What's even more astounding is the amount of money Diddy attempted to use to buy his way out of $50 million bond is no joke, and the fact that the judge didn't even blink and said no shows how serious this case is, to put it simply. When you put it in perspective, the average bail amount for a serious crime in California is about $2 million. You can pay Thai Ally 10% or $200,000 with your home or other assets as collateral. However, he offered him a much larger mansion worth $18 million, and the judge told him that he would not be going anywhere